We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
13X.
Now it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Tua sets up to pass it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. An audible here to get a new look. Tua on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Up the middle, Achane. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
left Zion. Solo left Zion. 20, TX. Out.
Tua going to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Ready. Hey,
Tua's going to change things up. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Smith. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap for Smith. Powers through him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal from the 6. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
13 there.
Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up. 21G, 21G.
Looking to pass. Tua. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Solo left Zion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
Ready.
And now an audible here into something else.
TX.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hey, get set. Out.
They'll run. Achane. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
We're down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7.
There we go.
Throwing now is Geno. Well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Ready.
Now Tua going to change the play.
Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high.
On 1st down, back to Achane.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
And now they'll shift things around.
Let's go. Connor, long. Out.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he completes it to Berrios. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
All right, fellas, listen up. Cover 2.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
All right, let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Turbo 3, turbo 20 TX. 32 Stinger. Out.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute.
That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Geno. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Hey, here we go. Sunday. On. Check 51, cover.
Geno now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll run now with Brown. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Second down and 4.
Cover. Hey, trio left. Check 58.
To throw is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Throwing is Smith. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, it's a clip. Run.
Back to throw, Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Smith. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, 21 TA.
Play action, now it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Turbo 1.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. A nice little juke. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Well, Tua's going to change things up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Braxton Berrios, 29 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
They're right here.
Now they'll change things up. Running left, Achane. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Go ahead.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
Turbo 3, kick.
Again, it's Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
All right, 20 TX. Out!
On third down, HM. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And out across midfield down to the 45. Up the middle, here's Walker. Running right through it. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And now Smith going to change the play. Back to throw now on first down. This is the tight end, Fant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
There we go.
Here's Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Pharaoh Brown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here.
Achane here. They stay on the ground.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Turbo one, high, turbo, ready.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
21G, 21G. Solo left Zion. Out.
On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing now is Geno. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
13 next, 13 next, 13 next.
Here's Smith. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down?
13 next, 13 next.
Now Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here comes second down at 5. Trying the left side with Walker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's third down and 3.
49, no ball, no ball. Tuesday.
Smith to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Myers' kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's first and 10.
Get set.
Throwing Tua. Here's Achane to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Get set.
Tua. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
All right, fellas. Listen
Now
up.
Tua signaling to change things up.
Cover 2. Out.
Up the middle, Achane.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Ready. Let's go. Corner, long. Number 1, high. Scat.
Now Tua. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's first down.
Ready. Pause.
Smith. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Smith. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, trio left. Strike. Hey, it's a clip.
Smith's going to throw it. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. So the victory here for Seattle. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it. But bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball. Holding them when they needed to and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
49, flip it off, 49. Alert.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Geno now to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Alert.
Smith now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
There we go,
On the counter, it's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw is Smith. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Smith. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hey, 21
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now Tua. And he completes it to Berrios. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Braxton Berrios, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have yet again retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This is 2nd and 8.
Hey, we go. Hey, let's go Sunday. Line. Come on, shot.
Now Geno.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, get me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down in the yard. And they'll give this to Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second and 7.
There we go, throw it. There we go,
Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
21G, 21G, ready. Don't let that Zion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. After the interception, here's Smith. Flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
There we go, Salon. Look, Jack's left, Jack's left.
Throwing now is Geno. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. There we go, Salon.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Finding Walker complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey, here we go, hey. Hey, trio left. 13X, 13X. 49, flip it off, 49.
Throwing again is Smith.
An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Ready. Look, Jackson left, Jackson left. There goes the...
Here's Walker.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Snowball, snowball. There goes it.
Here's Smith. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Again, it's Achane.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Achane.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's Achane. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29. They'll run for it with Achane. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tua going to change the play. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 59, check 59, cover.
Geno out of throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, trio left. Strike.
Now Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 4. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. This is Achane. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, Achane.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tua's going to change things up.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, 21 TN. Watch it, Oscar.
Tua going to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Achane.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Smith now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Throwing is Smith.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a draw play. It's Walker.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And now they'll audible to something else. On third down, here's Walker. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now how about this? They'll change it at the line. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw, Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
From the gun, it's Walker. Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Smith to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 133 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They need 2. Here's third down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
A run now from H.M. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger, and dominance is starting